You drift through the endless, silent dark. Your small scavenger ship is a lonely spark. It hunts for the ghosts of other people's fortunes. This is your life, a master of finding lost things. You are a whisper in the graveyards of space. Most days you find nothing more than scrap metal, enough to buy fuel and recycled protein paste. Today was different. Your long-range scanner pinged just once. It was a signal so old and strange it made no sense. You followed the ghost signal for 6 hours. The energy readings grew impossibly high. Your ship's computer whined in protest. It warned you of gravitational anomalies. It screamed about energies beyond its comprehension. You told it to be quiet. Scavengers have the best insurance policy. None at all. You had nothing to lose. And then you saw it. It was not a ship. It was a wound in the fabric of space. A structure of impossible size hung in the void. It was carved from some star-white material. It had spires that pierced the darkness like daggers. Arches swept out into the black, grand and silent. It looked like a cathedral built by forgotten gods. No lights shone from it. No energy signatures leaked from its hull. It was a tomb. A silent, colossal tomb drifting between worlds. Your heart hammered against your ribs. This was the find of a lifetime, or the end of one. You eased your ship toward a massive, fractured opening. You had to know what was inside. You float through the breach in the derelict's hull. The interior is a cavern of silent majesty. Dust motes, ancient and undisturbed, dance in your floodlights. The air is thin but breathable. It tastes of cold stone and ozone. The architecture is not meant for human eyes. Walls curve in ways that defy normal physics. Great halls stretch into unseen distances. Everything is still. So very, very still. It feels like you are trespassing in a sacred place. You drift deeper, pulled by an instinct you cannot name. Your mag boots clamp onto a wide promenade. You walk for what feels like miles. You pass doors sealed for countless millennia. You see alcoves holding technology you cannot begin to understand. Then you feel it. A faint hum. A soft pulse of energy that calls to you. It guides you toward a central chamber, a great dome that opens to the silent stars above. In the center of this chamber, one thing stands alone. A suit of armor, sleek and silver. It is not bulky or crude like modern combat rigs. It is elegant, crafted like a piece of fine jewelry. It seems to flow, even while standing still. A faint silver light pulses from the seams. As you step closer, the light brightens. A soft chorus of whispers fills your mind. They are not words. They are feelings of sorrow, of duty, of immense power. You reach out a hand, almost against your will. Your fingers brush against the cold, smooth metal. The moment you touch it, the whispers become a single voice. It speaks a name you have never heard, but you know it is yours now. The silver armor disassembles with a silent sigh. Pieces float in the air around you. They glide toward you, wrapping around your limbs, your chest, your head. There is no pain. There is only a sense of completion, of coming home. The armor bonds with you. It promises you the strength of a fallen god. The act of bonding released a powerful energy wave, a flare of ancient power erupting from the tomb. It was a beacon in the silent darkness. A beacon that did not go unnoticed. Your ship's proximity alarm shrieks to life. You are no longer alone. A new vessel has appeared just outside the derelict. Your external cameras show a jagged, ugly ship. It is all sharp angles and weapon emplacements. You recognize the design immediately. It belongs to the Cathar, galactic bullies and opportunistic pirates. A transmission crackles through your helmet. The voice is harsh and guttural. It is a creature accustomed to being obeyed. Unidentified vessel, the voice growls. You have triggered an ancient power source. That technology is now the property of the Cathar Imperium. The voice pauses, letting the threat hang in the air. You will surrender the artifact immediately. Power down your systems and prepare for boarding. Failure to comply will result in your immediate and total destruction. You feel a spike of pure terror. Your heart is a trapped bird beating against your ribs. You are a scavenger, not a soldier. Your ship has no weapons. You have no way to fight back. You look down at your hands, now encased in gleaming silver. The armor feels like a part of you, but you have no idea how to use it. The Cathar ship charges its main cannon. A sickly green light builds at its prow. They are not bluffing. This is the end. You close your eyes, bracing for the inevitable. But the end does not come. The armor moves without your command. It is not a request, it is an action. A thought flashes through your mind, protect, and your body responds with impossible speed. You are launched from the derelict cathedral. You become a silver streak against the blackness of space. The Cathar fires its primary weapon. A huge beam of green energy tears through the void. It is aimed directly at your little scavenger ship. But you are already moving. The armor dances between the stars. It dodges and weaves with a grace you did not know you possessed. Alarms blare on the Cathar bridge. They cannot track your movements. You are too fast, a phantom of light and metal. A blade of pure, white energy extends from your right arm. A cannon of pulsing light forms over your left. These are not your thoughts. They are the armor's will. They are the instincts of a warrior god. You close the distance in a heartbeat. The Cathar ship fires its point defense cannons. A storm of plasma bolts fills the space around you. The armor's energy shields flare to life, deflecting every shot. You are untouched. You are unstoppable. You sweep past the enemy bridge, the energy blade carving a deep, molten scar across their view screen. You fire the cannon once. A projectile of condensed light strikes their engine block. The explosion is silent but brilliant. The Cathar ship tumbles away, crippled and dying. You float in the sudden silence. You stare at the destruction you caused. You are breathless and terrified by what you have become. The adrenaline of battle fades. You are left floating in the silent aftermath. The broken Cathar ship is a testament to your new power. But the armor is not finished with you. It has shown you what it can do. Now, it will show you why it exists. Your vision dissolves into a wash of silver light. The stars themselves seem to bend and warp around you. You are no longer in your own mind. You are watching a memory, ancient and profound. You see them, the creators of the armor. They are tall, slender beings made of soft, internal light. They do not walk, they glide. Their cities are wonders of crystal and living metal. You feel their peace, their wisdom, their deep connection to the universe. For 1,000 generations, they were the gardeners of the stars. They nurtured life on countless worlds. Their empire was one of creation, not conquest. It was a golden age that felt as if it would last forever. Then the vision darkens. A shadow falls across the galaxy. It is not a fleet of ships. It is not an army. It is a presence, a formless, consuming void. It moves between the stars, and where it passes, there is only silence. Stars die. Planets crumble into dust. Life is extinguished like a candle in a hurricane. You see the creators fight back, You see thousands of silver suits of armor just like yours. They fight with the fury of a dying sun. But the shadow is relentless. It cannot be killed. It can only be held back. You see their final, desperate act. You see a great king in silver armor, your armor, make a terrible choice. He channels all his power, all his life force, into a single blow. The shadow recoils, wounded but not destroyed. The king falls. His civilization shatters. His people are gone. The vision ends. You are back in your own body, shaking. The armor's message is now crystal clear in your mind. The consuming shadow was only delayed. It is still out there in the dark, and it has started to stir once more. You cannot go back. Your old life as a scavenger is over. It feels like a story someone else lived. You now have a purpose, a terrible, heavy purpose. You must deliver the warning. You must tell humanity what is coming for them, for everyone. You guide your small ship away from the star-born cathedral. The great derelict seems to watch you go, a silent, sleeping giant. The armor retracts with a soft whisper of metal. It condenses into a small, silver medallion that rests over your heart. It feels warm against your skin, a constant reminder of the power within you. The journey home is a blur. You set your nav computer for Kepler's Hope. Your home, a bustling orbital colony of 50,000 souls. It is humanity's largest settlement in this sector. It is a beacon of hope and progress. And it is directly in the path of the coming storm. You push your ship's engines to their absolute limit. Every moment of delay feels like a betrayal. You are a prophet now, a messenger carrying the galaxy's most important secret. That sounds a lot more important than scrap hauler. You wonder if the pay is better. You arrive at Kepler's Hope to a standard welcome. Docking control grants you a berth. Maintenance crews swarm your battered ship. But they see the change in you immediately. Your eyes hold a new intensity. You walk with a purpose they have never seen before. You ignore their questions. You push through the crowds at the docking ring. You have only one destination. You march directly to the Central Administration Tower. You bypass the long queues and skeptical receptionists. You find the door to the Colony Council chambers. You override the lock with a pulse of energy from the medallion. You step inside. The council chambers are quiet and formal. 12 men and women sit around a large, circular table. They represent every aspect of life on Kepler's Hope. They look up at you, first with annoyance, then with surprise. They know who you are, a low-level scavenger with a knack for finding trouble. Not someone who barges into their meetings. Counselors, you say, your voice steadier than you expected. I apologize for the intrusion, but I bring news that cannot wait. You take a deep breath. The galaxy is in grave danger. We are all going to die. There is a long, heavy silence in the room. This was probably not the best opening line. Doubt hangs thick in the air. It is a tangible thing, cold and sharp. The 12 counselors stare at you. They see a wild-eyed scavenger spinning an insane tale. Council President Thorne, a stern woman with graying hair, leans forward. Her expression is a mixture of pity and irritation. "Mister," she begins, her voice low and controlled. "We are a people of science and reason. We do not deal in prophecies of doom." Another counselor scoffs. A consuming shadow. Armor of the gods. This is a child's bedtime story. You stand your ground. You know how this sounds. It sounds like you have spent too much time alone in the void. "I know it is hard to believe," you say. "I would not believe it myself. But I saw it. I felt it. To prove your point, you focus your will. The silver medallion on your chest expands. The armor flows over your body in a silent, breathtaking display. It covers you in gleaming, impossible metal. The counselors gasp. Several push their chairs back from the table. Their skepticism is shaken. This is technology far beyond human understanding. President Thorne's eyes narrow. She is a pragmatist. She sees not a prophecy, but a weapon, a tool of immense power. The colony has enemies. Resources are scarce. Kepler's hope is strong, but vulnerable. Desperation is a powerful motivator. Your wild story might be nonsense, but the armor you wear is undeniably real. It could be the edge they need to survive in a hostile galaxy. Very well, she says, her voice tight. You have our attention. Tell us everything. And do not leave out a single detail. A seed of hope has been planted. It is small and fragile. But in the face of their doubt, it is a start. You spend the next 3 hours with the council. You tell them about the derelict, the star-born cathedral of a lost civilization. You describe the silent halls, the chamber of the silver armor, the battle with the Cathar patrol ship, the vision of the galaxy's end. They listen in stunned silence. Their doubt slowly transforms into a cold, creeping dread. They pepper you with questions. They bring in their top science and military advisors. The advisors confirm your energy readings are unlike anything they have ever seen. President Thorne makes a decision. She authorizes a small, covert expedition. Its mission, to travel to the derelict. You will lead the team. They need to confirm your story. And if it is true, they need to find more of this power. You are given a small military transport. A team of 12 specialists joins you. There are engineers, soldiers, and star science experts. They are the best Kepler's hope has to offer. They look at you with a mixture of awe and suspicion. You are their guide into the unknown. You lead them back to the colossal tomb. The journey is tense. The specialists murmur among themselves. They run endless scans, their faces grim. When the derelict comes into view, a hush falls over the crew. Its scale is just as you described, impossible and humbling. You guide the transport through the same breach you used before. You land your ship in a massive, silent hangar bay. Your team steps out, their flashlights cutting through the ancient darkness. They are awestruck. One of the engineers whispers, "This place. It wasn't built. It was grown." You lead them to the central chamber. Then you guide them deeper into the derelict. The armor on your chest hums softly. It guides you down corridors you did not explore before. It leads you to a set of colossal blast doors. They are sealed tight. It takes the combined effort of your engineering team hours to open them. When the doors finally grind apart, they reveal a sight that stops every heart. It is an armory, a vast, cavernous space stretching for miles. And it is filled with thousands of dormant suits of armor, row after row of silent, silver warriors, waiting for souls worthy enough to wear them. The discovery of the armory changes everything. Hope, real and powerful, surges through the colony. The expedition brings back one of the dormant suits. The colony's brightest minds study it relentlessly. They learn it is not just armor. It is a symbiotic life support system, a weapon, a starship, all in one. The challenge is awakening them. They only respond to certain individuals. People with a rare combination of courage, willpower, and a specific genetic marker. The Council initiates a colony-wide screening program. They are searching for pilots. Meanwhile, you return to the derelict. You spend your days exploring its endless corridors. The armor teaches you. It shows you how to channel its power, how to form its weapons, how to feel the flow of energy around you. You are becoming a true warrior. But your presence and the reawakening of the ancient technology has not gone unnoticed. You are a beacon shining in the dark, and you have attracted the attention of the true enemy, the one from your vision. It begins as a subtle wrongness, a cold patch in space. Your long-range sensors detect nothing, but the armor on your chest grows cold. It whispers a single feeling into your mind: fear. Then you see it. On the edge of the system, the stars begin to blink out, not one by one, but in a great, spreading stain of blackness. A fleet of ships arrives. They are not like the Cathar's crude vessels. They are perfect voids, shapes of absolute darkness that absorb all light. They move in perfect, chilling silence. They make no transmissions. They offer no demands. They are the consuming shadow from your vision. The silence descends upon your home. From the derelict, you watch them move toward Kepler's hope. Their numbers are vast, a swarm of silent black predators. Panic erupts on the colony. Alarms scream across every channel. The small defense fleet moves to intercept. They are brave. They are dedicated. And they are hopelessly outmatched. You know you have to go back. You have to stand with them. You are the only one who has ever faced this enemy and survived. By the time you reach Kepler's hope, the battle is already a slaughter. The colony's defense fleet is being dismantled. Their ships are cracked open by weapons that fire beams of pure nothingness. The silent black vessels move with an unnatural grace. They flow like predators hunting their prey. You watch as the colony's flagship, the Indomitable, is torn in half. There are no explosions, just a silent severing of metal and life. Your people are dying. Fear threatens to paralyze you, but the armor holds you steady. It whispers of duty, of the shield against the night. The Council's screening program found 17 others, 17 brave souls who could awaken the dormant suits. They are not soldiers. They are engineers, farmers, and pilots. They have had less than a day of training. Now they are humanity's last hope. Their silver armor gleams against the darkness. They are a tiny constellation of new stars. They look to you for leadership. You are the first, the original, the prophet. You open a channel to your new squad. Stay with me, you say, your voice calm. Match my movements. The armor knows what to do. Trust it. You lead the charge. 18 silver warriors against a fleet of countless shadows. You are a ridiculous, glorious sight. A desperate final gamble. You close with the nearest enemy ship. You remember the battle with the Cathar, the dance of impossible war. You let the armor guide you. You become a blur of light and fury. Your squad follows your lead. Energy blades ignite. Light cannons fire. For the first time, the silent enemy faces resistance. For the first time, one of their black ships is wounded. A cheer erupts over the comms channel. It is a small victory, a single drop in a vast, dark ocean. But it is a start. It is humanity's first divine stand. The battle for Kepler's hope rages. Your small squad of 18 pilots is a whirlwind of silver light. You are impossibly fast. You are shockingly effective. You tear through the smaller enemy fighters. But you cannot stop the larger capital ships. They ignore you, focusing their immense power on the colony. The station's shields are failing. Time is running out. During a lull in the fighting, the armor gives you another piece of the puzzle. Another vision. Another truth. It shows you the star-born cathedral you discovered. But it shows you what it truly is. Not a tomb, not just a derelict. It is a warship, a command vessel of unimaginable power. Its weapon systems are dormant, its engines are cold. But it is a sleeping giant, and it is not alone. The vision expands. It shows you others, hundreds of them, an entire fleet of these colossal warships, hidden in the dark places between galaxies. They were left behind as a final contingency. A fleet waiting for a call to arms. A fleet waiting for a commander. You understand now? The suits of armor are the keys. They are the interface to awaken the giants. The derelict near your colony is the flagship. If you can awaken it, you can turn the tide of this battle. Maybe even the war. You break away from the fight. You tell your squad to hold the line, to buy you time. You race back toward the silent cathedral. The fate of your home rests on your shoulders. You have to figure out how to start a warship that has been asleep for 1,000,000 years. No pressure. As you speed toward the derelict, a new crisis erupts. A second fleet of ships appears in the system. They are not the silent black ships of the shadow. These are familiar designs, blocky, brutalist cruisers. They belong to the Grakon hegemony, an old rival of humanity. The Grakon have watched your colony grow with jealous eyes. They see the new power you wield, the silver armor. They do not understand the greater threat. They only see a rival gaining an advantage. They see weakness, an opportunity. They open fire on Kepler's hope. Your people are now fighting a war on two fronts. They are caught between a cosmic horror and a petty, greedy rival. The Grakon fleet is a serious threat. They are not as advanced as the Shadow, but they have numbers, and they are relentless. The defenders of Kepler's hope are overwhelmed. Your small squad of pilots is stretched to its breaking point. They are fighting desperately, but they cannot be in two places at once. President Thorne's voice comes over your private channel. It is strained, cracking with despair. "We can't hold them," she says. "Both of them. We're finished." You face an impossible choice. Do you continue to the derelict? Do you try to awaken the giant, hoping it will be enough? Or do you turn back to fight? To defend your home against a second, unexpected enemy? The armor whispers in your mind. It shows you images of the Grakon ships firing on civilian sections of the station. It shows you the fear in the eyes of your rivals. They are just as scared as you are. They are just lashing out in the dark. The path becomes clear. You cannot build a future on the ashes of your enemies. You must save them. You must save everyone. You change course. You fly toward the Grakon fleet. You arrive like a vengeful god, a single silver warrior against the entire Grakon armada. They laugh at you. Their commander hails you directly. He calls you an arrogant insect. He orders his ships to vaporize you. They fire a concentrated volley. Dozens of warships unleashing their full power on a single point, on you. You don't even try to dodge. You brace yourself. The armor on your chest glows with a brilliant white light. A shield of pure energy expands around you. It envelops your entire body. The combined firepower of the Grakon fleet washes over it and does nothing. The shield doesn't even flicker. A stunned silence falls over the Grakon command bridge. They have never seen such power. You give them no time to recover. You demonstrate what the armor can truly do. You are not just a warrior. You are a symbol. You dismantle their lead destroyer without touching it. You use focused gravimetric pulses to tear its armor plating away. You disable its weapons with pinpoint energy strikes. You leave it crippled but intact. Its crew alive but terrified. You send them a single message. The real enemy is here. You broadcast on all channels. They are a shadow that will consume us all. Fight with us, or be the dust beneath their feet. You turn your back on the Grakon fleet. You fly directly into the heart of the shadow's formation. It is a terrifying, beautiful act of faith. The Grakon commander watches you go. He sees you engage the silent black ships. He sees the true nature of the enemy. He sees the overwhelming odds. He makes a choice. A new order rings out across the Grakon fleet. All ships, he commands, his voice filled with a new resolve. Target the dark vessels, target the shadow. An alliance is sealed in fire, born not of trust, but of mutual, overwhelming desperation. Humanity and Grakon, fighting side by side. With the Grakon fleet now engaging the shadow, you have the breathing room you need. You race back to the derelict warship. You fly through its silent corridors. You arrive at the command bridge. It is a vast, cavernous space, dominated by a single throne. It looks just like the one from your vision, the one the ancient king sat upon. You approach it. The armor on your body hums in harmony with the ship. You know what you must do. You sit on the throne. The moment you do, the ship comes to life. Lights flicker on across the bridge. Energy flows through systems that have been cold for eons. The entire colossal structure of the warship groans, the sound of a giant waking from a long sleep. Your mind connects with the ship. You are no longer just a pilot in a suit. You are the mind of a star-born cathedral of war. You can feel every corridor, every system, every weapon. And you feel the other sleeping giants scattered across the galaxy. You send out a single command, a single pulse of will. Awaken. Across the void, hundreds of ancient warships begin to stir. Back at Kepler's Hope, the battle turns. The arrival of the Grakon fleet helped. But the arrival of your warship changes the war. Its shadow falls over the battlefield. Its weapon systems come online. Lances of pure white energy, miles long, carve through the enemy fleet. The silent black ships are destroyed by the dozens. They had no counter for a foe of this magnitude. The enemy's local command vessel, a massive moon-sized sphere of darkness, turns its attention to you. The true battle begins. It is a duel between gods. At the head of a new, unified fleet, you face the enemy's core power. The fate of the galaxy will be decided here, today. The war is long, it is brutal. It is fought in 100 systems, in 1,000 star-born graveyards. You lead the charge from the bridge of the ancient flagship. Humanity and Grakon, united in purpose. Other species join your alliance. They have seen the shadow. They have seen your fleet of impossible warships. They choose hope over annihilation. You are the commander of the largest fleet the galaxy has ever known. You push the shadow back, one star system at a time. It is a slow, grinding war of attrition. But you have something the shadow does not. You have life. You have hope. You finally corner the heart of the enemy's power, a mobile nexus that commands their entire force. It is hidden within a black nebula at the edge of the galaxy. Your fleet surrounds it. The final battle is a storm of unimaginable energy. Light against dark. Creation against consumption. You lead a final, desperate boarding action. You and your original 17 pilots. You board the Nexus itself. You fight your way to its core. You face the intelligence behind the shadow, a being of pure, cold entropy, and you destroy it. With its destruction, the shadow fleet collapses. The silent black ships drift aimlessly before dissolving into nothing. The war is over. A new era begins. The galaxy is scarred, but safe. The threat is broken, its power shattered. An alliance of a dozen species, forged in fire, now looks to rebuild. They look to you for leadership. You stand on the bridge of your great ship. The armor is a part of you now. You no longer feel like a scavenger who got lucky. You have seen the end of everything. You have carried the weight of 1,000,000 years of sorrow. You have worn the mantle of a fallen god. You look out at the stars, no longer just a human. You are a guardian, a protector of the light. And your watch has only just begun.